Yeah, I know we've been enjoying the story of patience so far, but I need you guys to get prepared because this volume is the most bloody volume of them all. It's going to be intense, it's going to be violent, and it is going to be hot as hell. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is Kick-Ass New Girl Volume 3. Patience will find her match. Alright, let's begin because Patience is under attack. For some reason, they did not get the memo that she is the boss of this city. And for some reason, these guys thought they could take her out. Wrong. She could handle herself. But they had the numbers, so they almost knocked her off a building. Matter of fact, they did. But she was still Patience. She dropped them both, single-handedly, wondering to herself, who are these guys? She tried to investigate, but the only thing she saw was a tattoo. It was very distinctive, so she decided, tonight is done. Let me head home. And on her way home, she got the call she had been waiting for all this time. Maurice was awake, and he wanted to talk to her, so she pulled up. Honestly, she had a lot of things on her mind, but it was clear he woke up with information on the truth. He knew who she was. But before the conversation could even start, she saw her sister. What the fuck? What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be watching the kids? She said, I thought you knew. Your ex is back, and he's with the kids. She lost her shit. Get out of my way. At this moment, Patience didn't know it, but she made a mistake. She showed Maurice her weakness, and she didn't care. She pulled up to the crib, ran at full speed into her house, and when she saw him, she said 2 words, get out. He said, hey, I just wanted to see, get out. He was trying to complain, get out. If you pull up to my crib again, unannounced, I will call the cops. He said, do it. Show them how crazy you are. She said, oh wait, I forgot something. Wham. She clocked his jaw. He was bleeding profusely. He was a grown-ass man, but she was kick-ass. She could handle him and any more just like him. But the problem was, her kids saw all of this. They saw their mother knock their father out. She made him look pathetic. She got in and tried to explain, only to remember, Jesus Christ, I have work. I'm late for work. Kids, get dressed. We don't have a babysitter, so you're coming with me to the diner. Now you might be asking yourself, aren't you a crime boss? Don't you own the city? Well, she needed a cover. Patience was living a double life. She hadn't made the choice yet to full-on become a crime boss. She still thought she was doing good. And still, someone was still blowing up her phone. It was Marcel. She needed someone to watch the kids so she could handle business. And like that, just in time, Coop came forward. She asked him, and he said, of course, I'm your guy. And so she set off. Unknown to her, things were stirring in the underworld because in Mexico, her photos had gotten into the hands of someone whose hands it should never have entered. This was the leader of the cartel. And as he looked at this photo, at the woman who destroyed his whole operation in New Mexico, he got pissed off. Call Rosa. Let's set her free. Patience, now in her uniform, was standing in the room with Maurice, and Maurice was pissed off. You took everything from me. I had a good life. I had money. I had friends. And in a few weeks, you blew all of that up. I want it back. I want everything you own, every business you're running. I want in. She said, why would I ever do that? And he revealed, yup, if you fuck with me, you're going to lose your kids. I will destroy you. And she knew, yup, he had me dead to rights because she honestly couldn't just kill her brother-in-law, the man who her sister loves. He was in a very, very dangerous position. Oh, and lastly, I want money. Later that night, though, she went back to her base and the boys were waiting. You see, they wanted to know what the plan was. They had a lot of drugs they had seized. When do we start to sell? And she said, hell no, we are not drug dealers. We took them off the streets for a reason. They said, okay, what of the cash? She said, well, we're going to give them out. And you could tell instantly that, yup, civil war is coming. How do you tell former drug dealers and armed robbers you're not going to sell drugs and you're not going to spend the money? She needed help. She needed a plan. And from the corner of her eye, the plan stepped into the room and they looked amazing. These were the girls she saved from all the other drug dealers. Apparently, they came together and they decided to join her. They knew exactly what to do with the money. But first, They had to handle business. Someone was dealing drugs on her turf. This was not allowed. When she found the opportunity, she called them over like they wanted to buy drugs, but nah, this was a snatch and grab. Inside of the truck, he was surrounded by the most beautiful women he has ever seen, and they asked him a simple question: where is your base? Where is the stash house? He said, nah, son, they will kill me. And all the girls just pulled out guns. Nigga, we will kill you. After that, he sang like a bird. And now with the address, they attacked. Oh my God, Patience went to work. I mean, most of these guys were honestly just for packaging. The real problem was the thug at the back, with her girls taking down the rest. Patience went for him. You, come here. Who do you work for? With a gun on his face, he said, I don't know. Bro, she was not playing. I see the tattoo. Who do you work for? He palm struck her in the jaw and he took off running. But this was a fluke. She let him run because she planted a tracker. Patience was becoming very good at this, and now she had the girls to support her. Now her operation was coming together. The systems have been set up. It was going to make sure the right people got this money. And the drugs? Well, she's finna burn them. But at that moment, she got a call again. Maurice wanted his bread. She had to head home. She put the girls in charge, and when she got back, her kids were safe. Hoop came through. It was clear that he really cared for Patience, and she offered to walk him out. And honestly, he thought they shared a moment. He wanted to kiss her, but she stopped him. No. I just broke up with my husband. I need some time. And he understood. He left. But Patience needed all the help she can get, not just with the kids, but for what was to come, because a demon was about to be unleashed. Somewhere in Mexico, we are introduced to a very beautiful woman who has 2 machetes on her hands. You see, she was having a conversation with some men. She was what you would call a deterrent, someone that was sent to correct something that was never supposed to happen in the first place. You guys thought you could skim money from a boss. How dare you? Now, her job was already complete because we see her perspective. She had all the heads of all the men who had double-crossed her boss lined up, and she was having a conversation with them. She was brutal, and she loved every second of it. But just before her speech could be completed, she got a call from the boss. Good evening, Mr. Cortez. How can I be of service? He replied, hello, Rosa. I hope your current assignment is done. She said, of course, sir. I don't fail. He said, good, because I have a problem in New Mexico that I think you're the perfect woman for. Are you interested? She said, of course, sir. Just tell me who I need to kill. Yup, it's about to be a battle royale. Patience versus Rosa. 2 of the most dangerous women we have ever seen in this comic book issues, except from Hit Girl herself. More on her later.